university or some shit.
Yeah, Tyler is he seems to be busy with something related to uni, so he couldn't join us. And I was telling Dr. Jam that TJ yesterday was starting to. Oh, just a second, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually,
That's
Jim,
fun.
has anybody ever told you sound like Jeff?
No.
That was the first thing that I thought of when I heard your voice. I was like, you sound like Jeff!
That's an incredible compliment because I love Jeff so much.
He is
He's
amazing.
by far my favorite person out of Rooster Teeth.
Yeah,
I wanted to meet Bernie real bad last year. I didn't get to, but he did put his hand on my shoulder because it was after RTX on Sunday and they were trying to like close everything up. And I just wanted to ask, and this is like a bunch of people crowding around, and I was just wanting to ask, do you have any kind of ETA, how long you're going to be? Like, we're not rushing you, we just want to know. And he just put his hands on my shoulder. I didn't even get a chance to ask him anything or say anything. He just put his hand on my shoulder and he goes, okay, guys, he's like, just give us a little bit of time, okay? We'll get this sorted out. We'll be right back, okay? And he just patted my shoulder and he walked into the convention hall to finish up with the Guardians. And I was like, he touched my shoulder. I'm never going to clean my shoulder
That's
again.
fantastic.
So I didn't really meet Bernie, but he did pull a Jesus on me where he just touched my shoulder and then moved on. So,
you're healed.
I am healed. But I had a really good conversation with Jeff, and he was on I think it was the patch when they had him do the patch a while back, or one of the Let's Plays maybe. And he was telling this story, and he was like, "Yeah," he goes, "I remember being RTX, and there was this guy. He'd been like watching for a long time, and since like the early days of Red versus Blue. And I remember he had like stuff that I needed to sign, and the Guardians were only letting him sign 2 things, but he asked me to sign one of his other things because a friend of his couldn't make it or he was sick or something." And I was like, "Oh my God, that's me! I had him sign 3 things for me." And he goes,
"What?
Yeah, his name's such and such." Or I don't know. He's like, "Oh yeah, his name's such and such," and he was like totally somebody different. And I was like, "Oh man,
dang it! That's amazing though."
So heartbroken. It was so close it being me.
Every time you tell the stories related to you meeting Jeff, I gotta say, I feel like mad jelly.
You should.
Yeah, same here.
And so just to finish off what I was saying, TJ yesterday was feeling a bit ill, and then today seems like he woke up with no voice, so it's just the 3 of us.
Okay.
Alrighty.
We can make that work. We can make some magic happen. I got a couple stories from this week. I almost got fired, so I can.
I got a new job, so.
All right, we can. I mean, yeah, this is day 10 at my new old job, so.
This is day 10, actually. Yeah, no, 9. Day 9 of mine.
Oh, yeah. Yesterday was 10 for me.
I've been managing to get out of bed without screaming, so that's a thing.
Wow, this beef jerky is really spicy. Holy shit. So yeah, for this podcast, I'm going to be eating beef jerky and drinking margaritas. It's been a long week.
Awesome.
Oh, man.
I might go get more vodka.
Y'all are going to have to just bear with me because I'm hanging out with my friend Jose over here.
Oh, it's understandable. I mean...
Hi, Jose.
You mean... Is it an actual Jose, or it's just like Jose Cuervo or something?
Jose Cuervo.
Okay.
I got the Jose Cuervo Especial Tequila Silver with blue agave.
Yeah, I was about to ask if Rodriguez was there.
I was about to say it was going to be the 3 wise men was Jose, Jack, and Jim, but that Jack couldn't make it. So.
Oh, poor Jack.
Oh man, I think I got some Jack hanging around.
Hey, all right, we can do that. About the 3 wise men episode, Jack, Jim, and Jose, and I'll be Jim, and I've got Jose, and Sparks has got Jack. So.
Yeah, or we've got Luis.
Man.
Yeah,
He ain't got no J name. He ain't cool.
Wait. Wise men. Okay, there we go.
3 wise men. Wise is what I would say. I mean, I see where you're going with that.
Can I be a wise Sloth?
Well, wise is the key word.
I was going to say, man is a key word, and wise is a key word.
Can I be a...
That's to say you're still a boy.
And you're not wise.
You're unwise.
Fuck. Can I be an unwise Sloth?
Sure.
Yes.
We'll go.
Thank you.
Is this the throw Luis under the bus episode?
I hope not. So.
Oh boy, that would make my day.
Can I make the countdown?
I'm glad I showed up for this podcast.
Another episode of the Shifty Key Podcast. I'm Luis, aka SpartanSloth, and today we have...
You're getting a bevved up Jim with his friend Jose Cuervo.
And I'm DrSparks with my friend Jack.
Oh, and we have the sound pack, much to Tyler's delight. Nah, just kidding. How do I deactivate that, Jim?
The sound pack? I don't know. Why are we doing this after we start recording?
I don't fucking know.
Because Luis is brilliant.
I'm assuming you're using Windows.
That was sarcasm.
Which is, you're going to go to Settings, then Tools, Settings Options, and Application. You go to Notifications. Once you get Settings and then Options, go to Notifications at the bottom, and in the upper right-hand corner of that window, you can say Play No Sounds.
So you're in tech, right? Like IT?
Thanks, mate.
For the Geek Squad, Jim, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So how many times a day do you have to say, have you tried plugging in your computer, have tried turning it on or something?
You know, it gets to a point that you just don't bother counting anymore.
Have you tried getting your computer out of the microwave?
Yeah, I said that a lot more. Oh my god, stupid. Did you hear about that stupid shit? I used to work for Apple. So, did you hear about that stupid shit that people believed called the Apple Wave? Where if you took your phone and you put it in the microwave, it would recharge the battery?
I heard about that.
Oh, you gotta be shitting.
That was awful.
Fucking idiots. All of them. Just stupid.
Seriously, people try that?
Stupid. Yeah. Oh, here,
people
you know
are
what, guys?
sheep.
Here's a great idea. Let's take a metal phone and let's stick it in the microwave, and nothing bad will come of that. It just blows my mind how people have everyday common sense, and as soon as you put a computer in front of them, all their intelligence goes out the fucking window.
Instructions not clear. Dick stuck in a fan.
Sense. Yeah, I
mean, they have enough intelligence to know not to put forks or knives in a microwave. So
not necessarily.
Well, Darwin Awards, okay? Come on, like, work with me a little bit.
Oh, and by fan I mean like a ventilator, not a person. That sounds weird. Anyway, Jim.
A ventilator.
Yeah, like that word is a thing.
It is a thing. You're right. What were you about to say, Jim? Okay. You?
Yeah. So about jobs, you mentioned something happened this week in your current job.
I almost got fired. Almost.
Wow.
Have you tried putting something on the microwave?
No. Never put any electronics.
Did you punch a client?
No, I did.
Did you put a client in the microwave? You what?
Did not put a client in the microwave. I don't have a microwave that big. So spoiler alert. I'll just go ahead and tell you the punchline of the story. Okay. I deleted 10 years of a customer's data.
Oh no!
Fuck.
It's what I did.
No.
Yeah. Not my fault. I mean, I pulled the trigger. I pulled the trigger, so to speak. So I'm eating because I'm hungry. I'm kind of drinking. So
okay.
So
ethics.
I'm gonna start at the beginning. Wednesday night. We're kind of busy. A lot of things happening for us, and there's 3 of us there. And we're walking around doing our thing, and we have a section on the back that we call functionality check, where products that are returned, we check to make sure they're working. We run diagnostics on them, make sure the operating system can be reinstalled, things like that. And then if they do work, we just box them up and we send them out back to the floor as open box items. So we verify that everything works before they go out there. If they don't, then we send the unit out to our service center to get repaired, and then they send it back to us, and then we sell it as an open box item.
Fascinating.
Yeah. So
I cry every time.
It's a very time consuming process. So at late Wednesday night, there's a computer back there in our functionality section, and it is like an 8-year-old Dell Inspiron. And there's these little stickers print out with them to tell us why this unit was returned. And it says reason for return: general manager override per Calvin, general manager. And I'm like, okay. So I don't question up because I got my paperwork here that says the general manager who runs the store said to return this unit. So I was like, I don't know why he did this, because we can't on a good day, if the stars align and God is merciful, we may be able to resell this thing for $50. Maybe.
8-year-old computer.
Probably not, but maybe. So I was like, okay. I look at it. It powers on. Seems to work okay. But I put it in our functionality system as defective. Hard drive is not functional and physical damage to unit. And it prints out. I'm hoping it'll print out a sticker that's our recycling sticker, which means we send it to a service center that breaks them down and basically recycles the core components of it. Things like basically
like the gold.
Like they throw it into a wood chipper and then they melt it all down and then they separate the different metals after it's melted.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's real good stuff. That doesn't happen. It says send to service. Okay. So I power it up. It doesn't have a recovery partition, so I can't erase it and send it back to factory settings. And there's no disk to do the same thing. So I'm like, all right, well, that means because the number one absolute most important thing in the world when it comes to dealing with customers' private property is to make sure that their data is protected. Privacy is a big deal here in the US. So
right, yeah.
I take our program, I throw that bitch in the disk drive and boot up to our program and say Department of Defense triple wipe on that motherfucker, go. It says estimated time to completion 14 hours. Like, all right, so come tomorrow when I get in here, it's gonna be done, and we're gonna send it out to service, I guess. So the next day, I'm walking in the door, and one of my coworkers is talking to my general manager Calvin, and my coworker says, "Oh, speak of the devil, there he is." Points right at me.
Oh shit.
Oh.
And I was like,
that's always good.
I was like, what's going on? And Calvin, he just kind of walks over there. He gingerly puts his hand on top of his laptop and he goes, "Jim, tell me what happened with this computer."
Well, so that's always dangerous.
Yeah, it's a good way to start a conversation. So I relay the events as I recall them. And I said, yeah, I was going to ask you, why in the hell did you return an 8-year-old computer that you know we're not going to be able to do anything with? He just kind of goes, okay, because that's all well and good. Because the problem is, this isn't the computer I returned. This is supposed to be a data transfer to the customer's new computer that we're setting up out front right now.
Oh!
And you just destroyed everything on it. I was like, oh no!
No!
Yeah, so that's that. Let's just say this lady got everything she wanted and then some.
Understandable.
Yeah, it was one of my other coworkers whose head is on the chopping block because my manager called the customer, talked to her, and she was like just distraught. She was like, I can't even think about this shit right now. She's like, I've got to digest this. This is unfathomable to me. And so after that occurs, Calvin comes back to the functionality area and he just kind of stands on the counter and he's like, I just don't know what to do. And I said, Calvin, I am so sorry. I was like, I will throw myself on my face and apologize 10,000 times. I don't know what else to do. Like, there's nothing I can do at this point because when you do a DoD wipe like that on a hard drive, it takes a long time and very special software to start peeling back the magnetics of the drive.
Oh my gosh.
Which takes many, many hours and several $1,000s, which is not something we do in the stores. And I don't even know that our data recovery specialist would be able to do it. So Calvin said, you know what, Jim? He goes, it's not your fault because you did exactly what you're supposed to do. If a unit's going to go to service and you can't restore it, then you're supposed to erase the hard drive. You did exactly what you're supposed to. You were just given the wrong information. And here's the kicker, and this is why my coworker's in trouble.
Yeah.
Anytime you bring a unit in to Geek Squad, put a service tag on it. It's got your contact information on it and an actual service number. So we know who this product belongs to, and we can use that service number to pull up the specifics of their service order in our computer system and find out exactly what we're supposed to be doing.
Oh, and you got it wrong.
Here's the thing. My coworker didn't print out, or she printed out that service order, but she didn't put those stickers on the customer's products. So somebody else had this functionality sticker that said Dell Inspiron 7547, which is a product number for a 17-inch Dell Inspiron laptop. And this coworker, whoever she was, I think I know who it is, but whoever this particular customer service coworker of mine was, saw this computer, not knowing a lot about computers, said, well, that's a Dell and it's an Inspiron and it's old, so okay, I'll just put it back here. And that's where I got involved. But this whole situation could have been avoided if my Geek Squad coworker, when she had checked this computer in, had taken that sticker and just put it on that computer, because the service order says data transfer from old Dell to new laptop. So at some point, when my coworker made this service order, she was cognizantly aware that this customer had a new computer and an old Dell laptop.
Wow.
All of this could have been avoided by putting a sticker on a computer. It's like, and this is why when you do computer tech work, it is so important to pay attention to little tiny details.
It pays to actually do your job correctly, right?
Exactly. That's why the Geek Squad people at any Best Buy store, aside from the management, are the highest paid people in the store because we actually have to use our brains.
Shout out to Geek Squad.
And even with a mishap like this, it actually seems like you guys know what you're doing, because I had last year to take my laptop for, it wasn't even repair. Well, yeah, it was sort of repair. Here's the deal. My laptop sound system does not work unless I have my headphones plugged in or earphones plugged in the jack thing. My headphones are like USB connection, whatever. So basically,
yeah, I've got one too.
Yeah, basically my what's the name of the sound thingies? I totally forgot now. Yeah, speakers. Jesus,
speakers or your audio.
Yeah,
shit,
I'm all over the place.
Bravo.
Yeah, so basically my speakers don't work, and it has been like that for like almost 2 years or so, well, a year and a half, I don't know. And so I finally decided to take it somewhere to be fixed. And so I took to a place that people said was okay, and that was during my vacations, kinda. One dude in particular was responsible for my laptop. That son of a bitch took like way more than they promised it would to clean it up and fix the problem. Did not fix the problem. When he put my laptop together, it was different. Like the keyboard felt different, still feels different, but at least it's working, and the speakers still don't work. And the asshole was like, and I'm just saying this because the dude was a real asshole. Every time I called there, he was super, super rude.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, and he didn't do the job and all that. Sorry.
I was about to say, you can't do that to the people who are paying you. You're basically feeding you. Your customers come in and give you money. You can't be an asshole to them.
He was an absolute asshole. So one day I needed my laptop urgently after the given time, because I needed to finish my research that I was supposed to present in a few weeks.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was shitting myself. So thankfully I have a spare desktop in my house, which is like, it is super old. I think I don't even know how long we have this. It's a Windows XP, and it's like its memory is 512 megs or so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stepping back in time, kids. I remember when that was a lot.
I know.
Go ahead.
The HD sucks. It's the only computer in my house that runs really old games. Like I was testing out my Oddworld discs on my laptop, and it doesn't run on my laptop, but it runs on the old desktop. But other than that, and it's super slow, so it was really frustrating. And then one day I just gave up. I was like, okay, you know what? Just put my laptop together. I'm taking it away. I'll pay for the cleaning job, and I'll just stop. Please stop. And it didn't fix. So I'm still pretty much in the same place. Don't even know if I'm going to bother fixing it up, but anyway. It kind of sucks because, for example, if I want to watch a movie in my TV, the HDMI connection doesn't make the speakers work as well. So
weird.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So your speakers and laptop obviously don't work. So if you run an HDMI cable from your TV to your computer, the audio doesn't play through the TV either?
Nope. Apparently it's something the soundboard or motherboard or something.
I was going to
say.
I was about to say, if you get like a pair of headphones that plugs into the headphone jack, not the USB, but the little jack on the side of it, and they still doesn't work, then that's going to be the sound chip that's on the logic board. That's gone. Maybe a software issue. You can probably try to restore Windows and see if it does anything for you, but I'm going to doubt it. the fact that you can plug in a USB device, which offloads the audio processing onto the USB connection, and that does the audio processing, that's why you can hear it through a USB device.
Oh. Yeah,
so diagnostic complete.
Yeah, I mean...
Thank you for visiting Geek Squad today.
In 10 seconds, by the way, thank you, Jim, but in 10 seconds, Jim did what the guy took a month to do.
Jesus Christ,
pretty much.
a month. We don't even
wow.
We don't even keep computers at Geek Squad for a month. If it's like 5 days old, it's like, all right, we need to make a decision right now.
Yeah, I don't really think it was exactly 30 days. System
or buy a new computer. We're not playing that game. I mean, if we have to send something out to our service center, that's different. But I mean, in the stores, my store, if it's 5 days old, that's far too old, far too long to have been there. So we have a policy in place for that.
Damn, son. I mean, it wasn't exactly 30 days, but it was like 2 or 3 weeks.
I was about to say, if it's going to be there for 2 or 3 weeks and they can't get it figured out, then a decision needs to be made. Either call the customer and say, hey, it looks like your motherboard's bad. Buy a new motherboard, bring it to us, and we'll put it in. Or you say, buy a new computer if it's not going to be worth it to you. So, I mean, that's the short answer. I mean,
I'm trying to convince my aunt to do that.
Well, buy new headphones. I mean, that works.
Yeah.
I might try fixing my computer by putting it in the microwave. I've heard some people say it works.
I've heard
yeah, you can charge it
that way.
Some Apple users.
iPhones charge real well, guys. When you stick them in the microwave.
Stick your penis in there. Apparently it grows like 2 inches every time.
Oh my gosh. Like char.
You'd be cooking yourself. Like you wouldn't even char yourself. You would just boil your own dick from the inside out.
Actually, I've heard that microwaves take out all the nutrients too.
That sounds so wrong.
I was like,
it's like, so now
it's gonna vaporize all the protein. Is that what you're saying?
We have like condoms and pills and stuff, and now you can microwave your dick to avoid pregnancy.
I was about to say. You could just give yourself a vasectomy as well, also known as castration.
There we go.
Yeah, but that could be expensive depending on where you go. Everyone's got a microwave.
Well, this took an interesting turn.
Yeah, I'd leave it to Luis.
Yeah, we always go back to dick.
I was about to say it's our time to dick butt meter right there.
Yeah, let's see. How long was that? Probably like 15, 20 minutes or something?
Yeah.
I mean, from the moment that Luis started talking, we're going to give him, 4 minutes? I'm going to go with 4 minutes. I'm pouring myself more
to get to dicks?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think it was a little
story
bit
about
longer.
Computer repair, and then you went to microwaves and microwave penises. There you go.
Yep.
Time to dick. 4 minutes. That's my guess. Tyler will tell us.
Thanks, Luis.
Thank you. I mean, you're welcome. Well, thank you for listening.
Luis and I have both told stories.
Well, speaking of jobs, I think now it's Doug's turn to tell the story.
I got a new job about 2 weeks ago. So
Doing what?
Basically, so I'm an electrical engineer, and I make. Okay, let's see if I can put it into layman's terms. No.
Make components for microwaves.
Yeah, no. My engineering is a little bit bigger than that. You know, like the power lines you see outside the like in the country and whatnot.
Are you a lineman?
No, I'm an engineer who designs those.
Okay, all right.
So I design the lines, and also there's intermediate places, like intermediate kind of spots, and I help design those intermediate spots. And the first week on the job was terrifying / amazing, because I started on Tuesday, and I got a project on Thursday, and my boss told me to have it done by the next Wednesday. And then he stopped by my desk that afternoon. He's like, so how are you doing on the project? It's like, I think I already have it done. So it was a very good feeling to have a project that you had 5 days to work on already done that day. It was pretty fantastic.
I was about to say, you did 5 days of work in 5 hours? Because that's...
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty solid right there. I diarrhea.
That was what he thought that it would take me, but it's taken me 2 weeks to do the other part of the project. So that's like the offhand. It was like, well, all right, I've taken like 5 hours to do the easy part, and then 2 weeks to do the other part.
Oh yeah, the design part of it's always real easy. The implementation part's the hard part.
Well, it's destroy and install. So the destroying it is really easy. Install is not that much.
No, especially with power lines. That's shit you don't want to fuck around with.
Exactly.
But
yeah, so that's my epic story. I don't really have a long, awesome story of my job, but I don't know.
That's why they bring me on these podcasts, so that I can tell interesting stories.
You tell awesome stories.
Thank you. I do aim to entertain. I don't know about please, but I can aim to entertain. There you go.
So, Doc, have you or any of your coworkers been turned into Electro?
What?
Electro.
He's so fucking stupid.
What?
He's talking about the Pokemon Electro.
No, I mean Spider-Man's foe. Electro.
Oh,
Electro
okay.
from Spider-Man. Okay.
I actually haven't watched that movie.
Oh.
I would love to, though.
I read the comics.
You know how I answered the question a while ago about the powers? That would be the power that I want, to control electricity. I mean, I already kind of do it, but not with my own
with
body.
My mind.
So, do it with my mind.
Motherfuckers.
Pretty much.
That motherfucker.
Exactly. That'd be so legit, because you could just basically power anything and just fry people with electricity. It would be awesome. So yeah.
I don't know how I answered this question way back when they asked me. I had to. I think if I had to pick something that I'd go with force powers. Absolutely, it'd be something to do with fire. I think.
Every time I'm faced with that question, it's not like people ask me that every day, but I always go back to Vic's cheap but yet really accurate answer. I would like to have force powers, but that's just so diverse that it doesn't really count, I guess. So I
hated that y'all tried to sit when I asked. I said, "What about super strength?" And y'all were like, "Oh yeah, that's great." And then I said, "Well, with super strength, I could jump really high, which is kind of like flying." And y'all were like, "No,
shut up.
Can't do that."
Well,
y'all immediately turned baby about it.
There are a lot force powers are lots of powers, but
no, it's just a connection to the force that allows you to control things around you, just like super strength would.
Okay, if you think about electricity, it's just electrons. And that's actually why I love it, because if I can control electrons, I can rearrange, I've got this lamp in front of me. I could rearrange it to anything. Exactly! It'd be so cool.
So force lightning.
I would have the power of God.
Yeah. And I could, manipulate electrons in other people's brains. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but I think it would be a very negative person.
Well,
stay away from you, demon.
I'll be here all week, kids.
I think I'm actually kind of funny. This a little too much.
Legitimately funny.
That was good.
But speaking of job stories, mine are not really that fascinating. But I mean, for me, they are because.
Ooh, tell me more.
No, it's just this week I wasn't able to go to my internships training. Because of the surgery and all that. But this week I got a lot better. So next week I'm going back. And not exactly taking the patients in and stuff. Not yet. But soon. I'm really excited about that. Because let me tell you something. Lying around in the house the whole fucking day can be really boring.
Yeah, it gets
to a point that you've hunted down enough achievements to to be settled for a while, and there aren't enough YouTube videos. It feels like.
Yeah, it's surprising how boring boredom would get. Redundant.
And it's just a position the position I have to be. I can't even read for too long because sometimes, for example, right now, I'm supporting the front of my body on my arms, and it's getting tiring. I'm starting to ache a little bit. So
with
reading
you, buddy,
sometimes,
I know how it feels.
reading really sometimes hurts a little, because I need to raise my arms for too long and stuff.
Dang.
But The Shining is a great book.
Really? I've never read it.
Yeah,
or watched
great.
the movie.
You haven't watched the movie?
No, even though like
dude.
I'm like right next to the hotel that it was filmed in.
Stupid.
Wow.
It was filmed in Colorado.
Does it really get closed during the winter?
Yeah, because it's up in the mountains and you can't actually get to that place. I think that's right.
That reminds me, so yeah, the movie is fantastic. Like, if you have a few hours to spare, go watch it. Rent it or whatever. And the book is really good too. Like, so far, the movie has been pretty close to the book. And the parts they left out, of course, they had to leave stuff out. But when you read the book, it's not like, oh, god damn it, they should have put this. This is very important. It's not exactly that, but there are nice little details that help you understand a lot more of the plot. And this reminds me that, have you guys ever played a game that was released, I guess, in 1997 or so, called Blood?
No.
Never heard of it.
Well, I'll put something in the link share, a trailer or whatever. There are some Easter eggs during the game, and there is one level in particular that you play at a hotel or something that looks a lot like the Overlook Hotel from the book and the movie. And
the Stanley Hotel.
Yeah, there's a maze hedge maze. Hedge maze? Yeah, hedge maze.
Nice.
And there's a part in the level that is based on that. And after you make a few turns, there's a specific spot that is an Easter egg based on the movie. I don't know if you guys know what happens to... Well, anyway, I'm not gonna spoil it then. But I'll put something in the link shader. I think I found a YouTube video with that, so...
You said you're not going to spoil it, and like neither of us said whether we watched the movie or not. Like, I didn't say whether I watched the movie or not.
I mean, Doc said she didn't. Have you?
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so I'm not spoiling it. God damn it.
Shit.
Okay, so much for that story. But if you watch the movie, and you check the links in the link share that I may or not put, you'll understand what I mean.
Well, you don't want to spoil it for the audience either, just in case like they didn't watch it.
Yeah, I mean, if
their fault.
The audience watched it, if you have not watched it, then watch it after this podcast. That goes to you, Miley Cyrus, and you, Leo DiCaprio, as well, if you guys haven't watched it.
I'm sure they have.
My good friends, Miley and Leo.
Yeah, I mean, Jim, haven't you listened to the latest podcast? They listen to our stuff, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. I think I was on that podcast and you made all that shit up.
Yeah. I made it up. Jim, please.
Ha! Made it up.
No, not...
Of course.
Not fucking Louise.
I wouldn't do that.
No, I'm sure you wouldn't.
He never makes anything up.
Not at all.
Not in the least.
And speaking of force powers, which is a great segue because we stopped talking about that a long time ago. Have you guys watched that new Star Wars cartoon, Star Wars Rebels?
No.
Most of it. I didn't see the last episode of the season yet. Because they didn't do like a 3-parter to end the season finale.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I only did the first 2 of that. I gotta watch the 3rd one.
I binge watched that in like 2 days, and I just stopped a little. Like, it took me 2 days because I started way too late on the first day. But I gotta say, it is pretty well made, it seems, but the main character has the shittiest weapon I have ever seen in the history of Star Wars.
Really?
Star Wars.
Yeah, it's like this energy slingshot that does absolutely nothing. Like, he hits
pretty
targets.
Dumb.
What?
I said it's pretty dumb.
Oh yeah, it's like he hits stormtroopers and wild animals and shit. It does nothing. It just like goes through them. It's like a yellow lightning or something, but it doesn't do anything. It's as if he was throwing pebbles at them. Actually, throwing pebbles would be more damaging. Like, it would scratch the armor or something.
So it hits them, but doesn't actually, like, make them fall or kill them?
Nothing. If it was spraying water on them, it would be more damaging.
Wow.
Yeah.
And them with water.
Yeah, and then he makes another weapon. I don't want to spoil it. That one is a bit more effective, but for some reason, just because it's a kid's show, they avoid making the main character kill people because, stormtroopers are going to get killed.
That makes sense.
Let's face it. So then it seems like all his... Yeah, I mean, it seems like all of his weapons are just made of love and
friendship.
Teddy bears.
I was about to say hope and friendship. That's what it is.
And
we
cookies.
just hope that those bad guys will leave us alone. I'm sure they will.
Yeah, they're nice, right? On the inside.
Yeah. But what are your thoughts on the cartoon, Jim?
I think it's got potential. I mean, I want to see more with like the Inquisitor and how he ties into the Emperor and Darth Vader, because the Inquisitor is an idea borrowed from Knights of the Old Republic, because they have a class called the Sith Inquisitor. And so this Inquisitor is one of the many Force users that the Emperor employed, who is not necessarily an actual Sith. Like in the Rule of Two, he doesn't follow down that line of being a Sith apprentice. He's just a blunt object or a tool. He's like Darth Maul was. If you read the Darth Plagueis books, you will see that over the course of kind of behind the scenes of the prequel trilogy, or the first two movies in the prequels, rather, you'll see how Darth Sidious comes to be as the apprentice of Darth Plagueis, and he comes into the care of Darth Maul, Darth Maul comes into his care, I should say, and he has to, when he's confronted about it by Plagueis, because Darth Maul died on Naboo and kind of everybody knew about it, Plagueis was like, I didn't know you had an apprentice, and Sidious replies with, he wasn't an apprentice, he was a tool. So the Inquisitor, I suspect, is a tool, but I want to know more about the relationship that they have.
Wait, Plagueis was still alive back in The Phantom Menace?
Yeah, Plagueis didn't die until after the beginning of episode 2.
Oh, well then.
Wait, Plagueis is Dooku, right?
No,
Dooku is Tyrannus.
That's
Tyrannus, right? My blonde.
Tyrannus. So
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Same thing would go for Such Ventures, I suppose. But you know what really makes me sad, and I've already bitched about that, but there will always be time for bitching about it. I really dislike, after Disney acquired Star Wars, they made the whole thing that, so everything that is not the movie or the Clone Wars cartoon or Star Wars Rebels is now non-canon.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Bullshit.
Because I play Old Republic. I'm playing right now, actually.
I love KOTOR and 1 and 2.
I'm not talking about.
I was talking about the
playing
MMO.
Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Oh, like the MMO?
Yeah.
I tried that, and then I got too sucked in, and so I gave it up, and my computer wasn't good, so I was like, all right, I'll go back to it when I actually have a good computer.
Yeah, but I know how you feel about Cotter.
When you do, let me know, because I can hook you up with
Awesome.
I have a raging boner for Cotter.
Cotter.
Well.
I've been playing through
KOTOR. I don't know how.
Yeah, KOTOR. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
Knights of the
who's
Republic.
Cotter?
Okay. Ah,
I don't know who Connor
game.
is.
No, not Connor. Oh, come on, Jim.
Just
that would change a lot what I was saying. That's not just
AC3?
No. But so that is really disappointing. Like it really makes me sad and slightly angry sometimes when I come to think that they are never gonna finish the storyline from The Force Unleashed, and that was going somewhere. Kyle Katarn is like he's non-existent. It's pretty much dead now, and the storyline from KOTOR, Revan, and all that gone. It's like we made up imaginary friends.
Yeah, I mean that upsets me. Like Revan and Malik and all that upsets me. But I look at it as, because we don't know what Disney's going to do with the story. But so far, everything that they're doing is after the movies. So it kind of, as it is, like everything that's before the movies can just kind of stand in place and it'll all be okay. But everything that's after the movies, and I think I've mentioned it on here before on this podcast, that I've read the majority of the books that have come out that take place after the movies, and that's all out the window. Han and Leia being together, their children, Ben Skywalker, Mara Jade, all of them, they're all just like they just didn't exist, and so they're relegating it into this special category called
Legends.
Yeah,
Star
that
Wars
I thought there was,
Fucking
like
bullshit.
legends.
Yeah, I was making research about that the other day after I was done watching Star Wars Rebels. I was like, okay, so is this shit canon or not? Because they kept changing that. So now it seems that it's the prequels, the original trilogy, Star Wars: The Clone Wars, but just the cartoon, Star Wars Rebels, and apparently a book that was released right after they made the announcement called Darth Maul, Son of Dathomir. And that's
Dathomir.
it. Yeah, like I think Dathomir is a planet, but
It is.
it's a big like. Today I watched The Phantom Menace. I really like the character of Darth Maul and all that. You know, Darth Maul is a kick-ass villain, but it's the biggest pile of bullshit right after the Legends thing that Darth Maul survived the Battle of Naboo.
Yeah,
he was fucking
really
cut
dumb,
in half, and he fell into a reactor shaft or core or whatever the fuck that was. The fall was supposed to have killed him, if not only like if the being sliced in half did not suffice. And it's just to milk the character, it seems. Oh, okay, so we got this guy. People really like him. He died too early. Fuck it, let's bring him back.
Sure, why not?
Really?
Can we make money off of it? You bet.
Star Wars, the search for more money.
Unless they go like,
Phantom
okay, so
bank
a
account.
Zabrak's physiology is not like a human, so everything from the waist down is pretty much useless. The important stuff
Only
is all
about that
waist
penis.
up.
Obviously, didn't use it.
Maybe they have a penis where we have a belly button. You don't know that. That would be disturbing. But, so maybe if they explain like that, I would be, okay, that sounds like bullshit, but fine. But,
Wait,
dude,
but Darth Maul came back in the Clone Wars.
He did. That's what I'm saying. It's bullshit.
With like robot legs.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of stupid. Hey,
If
did
you
you know
get
that
cut in half,
the guy who does Darth Maul's voice in the show is Starkiller?
Yeah,
Force Unleashed?
Sam Witwer.
Huh.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And he also,
Go ahead.
I was surprised to find out that he voiced the Emperor in the Force Unleashed games as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess like some people are that good at voice acting, I guess.
Yeah, he's pretty rocking, that's for sure.
I really wish they had brought back they didn't cancel Force Unleashed. I really like those games. Kind of makes me think like...
What is it? 1414? Is that the one they canceled from E3
13,
last
13.
year? Oh, okay.
Which seems like was supposed to tell the story of Boba Fett.
Yeah, that would have been
I
cool.
think that must have
That
been
would've
like
been awesome
the
to
plot
see.
twist, because at first they were announcing like, oh, you're gonna play as a bounty hunter, exploring the underbelly of Coruscant, and then after they canceled all that, rumors started, coming up that it was actually about Boba Fett. That probably was a big plot twist, like, oh, this bounty hunter's pretty good. What's so special about him? And then at the end of the game, hey, I'm Boba Fett. That was supposed to be the Inception
That was
sound.
Boba. That was your
What?
Boba Fett voice?
What the fuck was that?
Hey,
The
come on.
foghorn?
Why do you think he wears that helmet with the voice modulator? It's just so
you
it sounds
think
bad.
what
It's
makes
What was
like,
that noise
hey,
supposed to be? Was it supposed to be like the
the
Michael
Inception
Bay
noise when
like
I fucked it up.
foghorn?
Yeah. Yeah, I fucked it up.
Like,
But can you
Clearly.
imagine? It's like, sup, I'm Boba Fett, bitch. And then he takes off the helmet.
I'm Boba Fett, motherfucker.
Can I
Oh
get
my
some
gosh, what
juice?
if he's like Tex?
Oh my god.
What?
That would
Oh,
be
like a
kick-ass.
robot, but it's just an AI?
No, Tex was a girl.
Boba
Like-
Fett
like
has
Tex.
a vagina. You heard it here first.
Exactly.
Well, but the Clone Wars
Plot
say
twist.
that he's a kid, like he's a boy. Unless he got a sex change, but,
Well, yeah, that was in the movie. I mean, kind of.
That was in the movie, but yeah, you never
mean, you
see
know.
him put on the suit.
maybe he never hit puberty. God.
God.
He's Justin Bieber.
That would be horrible.
And Justin
I just
Bieber of Star Wars.
Have you guys watched
No!
Oh, please don't. If they put any
Don't
of
ruin
those
it anymore.
Disney mini stars on the movie, I'm gonna be so pissed. I mean, I know people are really afraid of that, but Disney didn't do that with the Avengers or anything. Although there were rumors they wanted Justin Bieber to be the young Tony Stark, which I would have just, walked out of the theater if that was the case. And probably piss on the theater as a
I wouldn't
protest.
have even gone if Justin Bieber was in it.
Piss on the theater.
So, have you guys watched the Robot Chicken Star Wars special?
Yes.
Yeah.
Boba Fett was hilarious in that, and there is this one part he's like shooting everywhere. I just picture that with him saying "baby, baby, baby, oh."
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
No. Can we mute you, please?
Yeah, right.
Or it
I
can
can
just
mute
shut
him
up
on
and
my
the guys
end.
do the talking. 3, 2,
I was
1,
about to
go.
say, you and I can both mute him individually, so he can just be talking away while you and I have a conversation, and we won't.
There we go.
It'll make for shitty audio, however, because the audio recording will still hear him talking.
Yeah, I know. That's unfortunate.
He could just be doing foghorns in the background, going.
Inception.
Fucking Pacific Rim.
God, I watched that movie at Christmas. It was fantastic.
It was so excellent. I
haven't
went
watched
into
it
this
yet.
movie. I went into this movie and I said, I saw the previews for this thing. I said, this is going to be a fucking terrible movie. It's going to be absolute trash. But you know what? It's going to be giant fucking robots killing giant fucking monsters. So I'm going to go see it.
If you go in with that conception that you're going to be watching giant monsters fighting giant robots, it's wonderful. Anything else, it's shit.
It's like a Power Rangers episode.
So
pretty much.
I go into the theater, and it just so happens I go on. I think it was like because I had some friends going, so we went on like release day or something, and we go into the IMAX, and the IMAX is like a 3-story screen.
That's amazing.
And it's 3D, and there were no seats, so I sat in the second row, and it was absolutely fantastic front to back. Like, the entire movie was great. There was nothing about that movie that was crap, except for the whole analog digital shit.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
God.
I was like,
losing my fucking mind.
I wanted to punch whoever wrote that. Like, guys, did you do any research at all?
That's analog nuclear explosion or EMPs don't fucking affect analog.
Electricity and words.
What
Science
the fuck
words, right?
You stupid asses.
We were nerds for
That's
a
my
second
mocking
there.
voice. My mocking
Yeah.
voices.
It was so dumb. That EMP thing, I was like, you didn't research EMPs at all.
No, here's the thing about that, okay? So you're telling me that all those fucking computers in the cockpit are all running on analog? What, if you got
That's
somebody in
bullshit.
the damn body of the thing fucking sliding the abacus rulers back and forth? What do you mean it's analog?
You said cockpit
no way.
and then analog right after one another.
What? Ha. I know where your mind is.
Thank you.
Oh, like analog, yeah.
And cockpit.
Yeah. You're a cockpit. That's what the boys at the gay club call your ass.
Wow.
Nice.
It's the cockpit.
Got him.
God damn it, Jim. That was harsh. Holy
That was
shit.
beautiful.
Boom.
I don't even know where to go from here. I'm just wow.
The cockpit
Staring
apparently.
at the computer and shaking
So
your head.
thank you for listening, everyone. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye, Luis.
Hey, Luis, do you think all your gay friends get together and go, hey, you want to go down to the cockpit?
Do they bring you along?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Or do they come? Do they come to you, or do they bring you along?
They come on you.
That's what they're, or do they come in you?
Oh my God, Jim! Just stop, dude. I'm gonna throw up.
Too late. It's too late.
This is wonderful.
No, it's not.
You cannot stop this.
Okay, so
So how's the cockpit, Luis?
No, hold on. Sorry,
Hold
just
on.
a second. Just a second. 3, 2, 1. Okay, back. So, speaking of cockpits, why the fuck did your mind go straight to buttholes, Jim?
Because that's where you like it.
Exactly.
You like it in the butthole.
Fuck you!
The goats.
You were the one who was instantly time to dick and time to butt on this podcast,
Hey,
as you are everyone. So as soon as we point out
always
the
that.
fact that you like cocks and butts, you're like, no, guys, I'm not the cockpit.
Jesus, dude. That's because
Does it echo, Luis?
no.
And
Jesus,
nice
man.
ass, nice
Silence
ass,
on
nice
the other
ass,
end.
nice ass.
That's gonna be awkward if it didn't save that conversation.
I mean, if it did save, fine, but if it didn't save, not much was lost.
By your estimate.
Well, yeah, but yours. Entertainment value, a lot was lost.
Oh yeah, the entertainment.
Bullshit.
There. Bullshit.
You keep spreading rumors, Jim. That's not nice.
I'm not seeing any evidence to the contrary, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, can't prove that it's not real. I don't know. Awkward silence.
I'm not judging you.
I'm trying to think of an answer. Like,
I'm just making.
But
fun
I don't want.
You don't want what? You think anybody listening to this is gonna seriously think that you do gangbangs with a bunch of dudes?
I think we're we're just throwing you under the bus and making fun of you.
Don't want to be overly mean. Boy, he doesn't know the people I work with.
Yeah, because we can't handle it.
All right.
Oh, come on.
Face or your ass. Oh.
Whoa! Got him.
Fucking got him. Favorite line, Luis?
You okay, Luis?
He's crying.
Aw,
yeah,
that's all right. That's all right. He can use those tears as lubrication.
I'm crying every time. Which I don't mean to derail your lovely conversation, which is full of bullshit. But
I think it's bullshit that we're talking about.
When exactly did this thing of RT for cry every time start?
What?
Do what?
Yeah, I mean, do you guys know any of those fake Twitter accounts? Like, there's one for Ray and there's one for Blaine and all that.
Oh, yeah.
So constantly, Spoderman or something, Jim? Nothing? Doesn't ring a bell?
I don't do shit on Twitter.
Spoderman? So. I know what that is.
Yeah, so it's like, those are all fake accounts with the same art style for their profile pics, and they all write like really stupid stuff with awful grammar. Sounds
like they should be your best friend.
Yeah.
DrSparks agrees with me.
Probably. Shout out, yeah, Never mind, I was gonna throw someone else under the bus, but the poor bastard doesn't deserve that. Anyway, so where was I going with that? Oh yeah. A lot of the times they finish the tweets with something like RT if you cry every time. And it's always written poorly. And so that's
what it's like if you cry every time?
Yeah, there's like and there's RT. It depends on the
for the RT accounts?
I mean the Ray one usually ends with RT if you cry every time. That's the only one I follow anyway.
I don't really do Twitter.
Alright. Yeah, I don't either.
I've been doing it recently because that's gonna sound stupid, but I don't really got much to do because I'm still laying on my belly all day. Which that reminds me. Speaking of butts and Twitter,
I was about to say. I mean, that's normally what you do in the cockpit.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
You lay on your stomach.
Fuck you, Jim. Anyway. J.K. Rowling the other day was talking about diarrhea. Like, how to spell it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
She's like, if there's one word that, according to her, neither she or, like, the other name she writes under, Robert something, I forgot the last name. There's one word that she cannot spell right the first try is diarrhea.
Why is she trying all that much?
Funny.
Right?
Yeah, and she was like, so I usually just end up erasing the entire paragraph because I feel like it doesn't work anyway.
Wow.
So, see, everyone talks about diarrhea and poop and all that. Even Rowling, so...
Yeah, all the time. Sarcasm, Luis.
Yeah.
I know it's not, Doc.
I had enough of that. I had enough of that shit, literally, when I was sick last year. So, I mean, I can go without continuing to discuss it.
It is a difficult word to spell.
That is a true state. Yeah. I mean,
English is really weird.
Yeah, it seems like there are two spellings. Like, there's diarrhea with an O and diarrhea without the letter O.
What?
Yeah.
How do you spell with an O?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it's diarrhea? Like diarrhea with an O.
Weird.
What?
Oh, hang on, let's see.
But apparently the O is...
DIRRHEA? No,
that's the one I'm used to, but there's one in which the letter O comes before the letter E.
What?
Diarrhea.
I think that might... Is that like Portuguese part of diarrhea?
I don't know. That must be British English.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
We'll blame Tyler.
Yeah, they all put like
Did y'all see me
extra
correcting
letters.
his English?
What?
You put
What?
an ode of humanity. He used the term. He was trying to say ceasing, but he used the word seizing, and I was like, why is it that I am teaching a person from England how to speak English?
So
Yeah, I
I've
mean-
I heard that they actually like the Queen back when America and Britain like split up on the Revolutionary War. The Queen changed English for like Britain to be different than Americans talk. It was hilarious.
Those heathens.
I don't think
Heathens?
so.
Oh,
Really?
heathens? That's okay.
Heathens?
Heavens.
Well, that's a British way of saying it because the Queen didn't want anything to do with the American English.
Yeah.
Booyah!
Oh my god.
What?
At least he tried to justify
Fuck you,
it,
champ.
I
I
I have
won.
no idea.
guess. He tried to justify it, I guess.
So
No,
I was looking at the questions today on Rooster Teeth, and Tyler had the question of like, "What's your favorite color?" Of like favorite spelled the American way and favorite spelled the British way. I had to laugh.
Yeah, favor. It's like favorite, and color is like color, and honor is honor.
Yeah,
Color.
armor is armor.
Color.
Armoire. That's
Armoire.
French.
Yeah, that's armoire, but this is like it's spelled like armoire.
Spell like pancakes. You guys want to do some questions?
Sure.
Okay, so let me open.
I was gonna say, by the way, the English thing is not quite true because I'm taking an American literature class right now. We looked at some of the early works of like John Smith and Anne Bradstreet and stuff like that, and this is all before the American Revolution, and it's all spelt like the British spell things today.
Oh, okay.
Well,
And English wasn't quite standardized as like language apparently because
that makes sense.
Ben Franklin, God bless him, he had like every third word, like the first letter was capitalized, and it was like every
That'd be
noun was a
obnoxious.
capital noun, and I was like, good God.
oh, but
Why
apparently
is this?
that's something like of ancient English. If you pay close attention on Assassin's Creed Black Flag, the subtitles, I think every word that is a noun starts with a capital letter. So they
Huh.
did that to the
That's
subtitles
so
as well.
stupid.
I'll have to look at that then.
Yeah, it's something like that.
So every noun was a proper noun.
Oh my
I
God.
think so.
I just
What?
joined a mission in Old Republic here, and one of the guys' names is Goat Knuckle.
Goat
Never
Knuckle?
heard that shit.
Louise's best friend.
Oh my God.
Shout
So
out
we
to
got
Goat Knuckle.
Goat Knuckle, Camel Toe, and Moose Knuckle.
Goat Knuckle.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, is that this
Wow.
guy's crew? It's like Goat Knuckle, Camel Toe, and what else?
Oh my God. I had to explain that shit to
Wow.
a coworker actually.
Oh, that's
We're talking
awkward.
about camel toe. You know, with a camel toe, what you do is you curl in your index finger and your middle finger. Yeah, that's a camel toe. And you go, a moose knuckle is where you take you curl in your thumb so it's not showing at all, but then you curl in all four of your other fingers and split them apart a little bit, and like you curl them at the first knuckle. That's a moose knuckle right there.
Basically, it's when people can see your
Oh, I see it,
genitals
okay.
through your clothes.
I see it. Okay.
Okay. I'm just
get
doing that
that.
with my fingers.
Yeah, no, that's good. Practice
I
it.
couldn't be bothered. I know what they are, so.
I don't see how it relates to genitalia though.
Bad
I
people.
just like see it.
Oh,
Try.
come on,
So,
really?
No, I
right.
can't.
so
Well,
on women, your camel toe is when your pants are real tight, and your like labia are
Yeah,
like
no, I
you
know
can
that.
see those right. So moose knuckles is the fat version of it.
Oh. Okay.
ta-da!
Gotcha.
That was sex sarcasm 101.
No, that wasn't sarcasm. I actually legit couldn't see it.
No, I mean that's what this class is right now.
Oh, okay. I thought I was fluent in sarcasm, but apparently I wasn't.
Not sex sarcasm.
Oh. Advanced sarcasm.
Would sex sarcasm be like sarcasm 069?
I don't know. I think
You know,
it's
there's
like
sarcasm
with
101, and then
innuendos
there's
in
sarcasm
sarcasm.
069.
There's no class that starts
Oh.
with a 0 though. That's the thing.
No, it's
Okay,
it'd
so-
be 690.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
690, also known as the
Uh,
cockpit.
Haha.
So, questions, right? Da, 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 da. Questions! Bah!
Welcome to the cockpit.
Can you guys just fucking drop that?
Welcome
Please?
to the cockpit.
That was a great joke that Jim just ruined right off the bat.
It's fantastic.
God damn it, dude.
This
I
club
actually-
is now open forever.
When you said cockpit, like I immediately thought of something else other than a butthole.
It's a
What'd you think
stretched out
of?
butthole where you stick penises.
Anyway,
Questions?
I never thought I would have to be the mature person on the podcast when you were around, Jim. But goddamn, this day has come.
God Sparks, I love you. You are the most
I love
fantastic
you too,
person
this is
of all
amazing.
time. Seriously, because
Oh, thank
oh
you,
my god,
asshole.
I don't know that I've ever had this much fun.
Yay!
We can do this more often. I'm good with
Exactly.
doing this on a weekly basis.
Heck yeah. I
So,
don't think Luis is.
That's all
yeah,
right, you can go home.
I'll do something about it.
Okay.
This
Cry
question
and
was-
use his tears as lubrication. That's what he'll do about it.
This question was sent by Nick Gons, and he asks, if you take an Oriental person and spin him around several times, does he become disoriented?
Wow, Nick. I don't know.
Yes. He becomes disoriented.
Can you disorient an Oriental person?
He can become confused in direction, his orientation.
Oh.
Do you know why that they're called Orientals and why
Why?
it used to be called the Orient? Because back in olden times when they were sailing around the world, they would orient their maps to Asia.
Huh.
Thus it was the Orient.
I thought that, like, the center of the world was the... Why would they do that?
I don't know.
I mean,
That's
YOLO,
weird.
right?
I guess.
YOLO,
Hey,
right?
what do you
Uh-huh.
call a dangerous pilot?
What?
A pilot who lives dangerously. Han YOLO.
Oh my gosh.
Boo!
What? No. No. Nick will
Just-
like that answer. Han YOLO. No, you defy his name.
What?
It's just a stupid joke.
Han
I saw on the
YOLO.
internet. It's a stupid joke I saw on the internet. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Disney
Okay.
already defied his name. Okay.
Oh,
They
good
destroyed
point.
everything after the movies that mattered to me. Hey,
Yeah,
good
yeah.
news though. Chewbacca's not dead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I think that's the only good thing about rewriting the whole story. Like, Chewbacca doesn't
didn't
die like a
die.
bitch.
On a planet.
Yeah, crushed
Right?
by a fucking rock.
Crushed by a planet.
That was...
Crushed by
that's
a
Damn it,
moon.
Han. A moon?
Yeah, the Yuuzhan Vong crashed a moon into the planet.
Yeah.
still bullshit. Not badass enough for
Yeah.
Chewie.
Yeah, I guess they had to like get people's attention with like the first book. They're like, anybody can die. So
This isn't Game of Thrones!
right.
So, this one was sent by some dude called TJ1023.
Weird.
Never heard of him.
Huh.
And
Sounds like an
he
asshole.
asks- Yeah, what? You're gonna say he likes cockpit parties as well?
I mean, yeah, he probably
Oh,
likes your cockpit
asshole.
party.
Fuck you again, Jim.
You gotta remember, you are the cockpit.
Your face is a cockpit.
Only on Saturdays.
Well, today's Saturday.
Yeah,
Wow.
and it's not my time to be on the clock yet. So
Okay.
until 5 p.m. Eastern time, it is not the cockpit.
It's not your shaft shift.
Nope, it's not my shaft.
Chef shift sounds brilliant. Okay, so back to the question. TJ asks, what is your favorite story out of any medium? Movies, books, TV, TV, video games?
That is, like, a very difficult question.
Yes.
Video games and books, but the video games are specific in that the video games have to tell a good story. Like that's why I like Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic, things like Dragon Age, some of the Final Fantasy games and stuff like that.
I think I have an answer for each one of those. Like
Wait, he asked
movies-
about each? Damn.
No, not each. Like, if we were to pick just one, but since I usually suck at picking favorites most of the time, I'd say movies would be Star Wars. Books, either I don't know, man. There are so many good ones. I mean, there's the Harry Potter stuff. There's the Shining that I'm really enjoying. There's one book called The History of Tom Jones of Foundling, by Harry Fielding. That's very good as well. But anyway, TV, I don't know, because I haven't watched too much TV in a long time. But video games, I would probably go with BioShock.
Oh yeah, BioShock's
Nice.
really good.
I actually haven't played that series.
BioShock
It's
Infinite
good.
specifically, because the first two BioShock games were shit in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
I did not
Wow.
like them.
Man, it's one of the series of games that I can honestly say I really liked all of them, and story wise and gameplay wise, which is weird because like I played BioShock 2 first, and actually I played I think BioShock 2 and Infinite, and then I played BioShock 1. And you know, BioShock 1 is the controls are different from BioShock 2 and Infinite because you gotta switch between the plasmids and the guns. You can use them both like at once. And I thought that was gonna be a pain in the ass, but turns out it's not that much. And it's still fun to play, so.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my issue with BioShock 1 is that you get to that point where there's right near the end of the game where like everything gets explained to you in a very short and immediate answer, and it's like everything that you have done just doesn't matter. And I just went, all right.
What do you
done.
mean?
Because
it doesn't matter.
Because you're just an instrument that this guy that you fucking don't know jack shit about is just like, he goes, would you kindly? And you have to do it. So the entire game is just staged for his little jerk-off session of saying, would you kindly? And it was stupid.
I think it was brilliant.
No,
like the plot
dumb.
twist when they reveal what the whole thing means, and I'm trying not to spoil for a doc. And, you know, all that was... But, yeah, I mean, teach their own. But it's one of the game series that I like the most.
I mean, if you like it, go for it. But we lost Sparks, by the way.
Oh, she dropped the connection?
Yeah, it says she timed out.
Oh, fuck. It's because I deactivated his sound pack. Well, technical difficulties.
Good job.
Alright,
just put the recording on pause until she gets back.
Yeah, you know, we can just leave the recording going.
We can let Tyler edit all this shit out.
Yeah. Suck it, Tyler. Hey, Tyler. Hey, Sparks is back. Hey, Doc.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
You timed
Rage
it.
quit.
It cut off right as you were saying about like the plot twist and the reveal, and I was like, that would have been perfect.
That's good.
So I didn't hear the reveal.
Yeah, I did not spoil it.
Oh,
I
okay.
did. I spoiled
Gotcha.
it. Do you want me to spoil it again? I will.
No, I'm good.
Nah, that's
I'll
okay.
be fine.
All right.
So
Yeah.
back to the
Luis
recording.
and I are about to have a serious fight about it anyhow. So.
Oh, all right. I think I dissuaded the fight then.
No, I mean we realized that me and Luis kind of gave in before it became a thing. But
Yeah,
when you
we
were
can't be
gone, I was kind of
bothered.
like, you know what? She's gone. Let's just wait.
Gotcha.
There wouldn't be a live audience for our fight. Just after
Yeah,
the
I gotta
recording,
have somebody watching me.
and
fight.
then
I
it
can't just do
wouldn't
it.
be as thrilling.
Okay.
There wouldn't be someone yelling like, "Yeah!"
All I
I'm an
can think of
exhibitionist
is-
for verbal conflict. So
Oh, verbal conflict, but also like physical contact. Conflict.
no, that's all private. All private. One-on-one sessions over here.
Oh, okay.
So, Doc, you wanna answer the question
Sure.
before going to?
Yeah.
Luis
Stuff.
might be the cockpit.
Anyway.
I'm just the train station.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of people stop by you, right?
Yeah.
Right. They all take
A lot
a
of
stop
people
and they all
come down
leave.
on you.
That escalated quickly.
They
Here,
all
come
take
back,
a stop
bitch.
and they all leave.
Wow.
Difference is,
Anyway.
By the way,
I'm
just to be
laughing with
clear,
you,
I
like-
called Jim bitch, not just so the audience doesn't
Yeah.
think I'm an asshole.
Oh,
I already
okay.
think you're an asshole.
Yeah.
So, Doc,
we're all assholes
what's
here.
your answer?
Okay, so I
Please.
just finished. Yeah, thanks. I just finished the book called Shadow of the Hegemon by Orson Scott Card.
Oh God, I could not finish that.
Really?
No, wait, no. Shadow. Oh, never mind. No, I'm thinking of Oh God, what's the other one? It's the second
Shadows.
one.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh,
No.
Speaker for the Dead.
That's it. Speaker for the Dead.
Okay.
I couldn't get through.
Yeah, that one. So, I love that entire universe. And my favorite stories within that universe are the Bean stories, which is the Shadow stories, like the Ender's Shadow, Shadow the Hegemon. I haven't finished Shadow Puppet or Shadows in Flight, but I just finished Shadow the Hegemon, and he is such a badass. Like,
yeah, Bean's where it's at. I mean,
oh my gosh, he's amazing. And then did you know that there are prequels to Ender's Game?
I just learned about I learned about one of them, about the first Foreman invasion. I don't know what
Earth.
it's called.
They're called Earth Unaware, Earth
Yeah.
Afire, and Earth Awakens. And I am doing an audiobook on the last one, Earth Awakens.
You're doing an audiobook,
oh my
as in
gosh.
you're listening to it, or you're recording it?
No, as in I'm recording it. It's a pain in the ass.
No shit. Are you like doing it through Audible or something, or just for
Yes. No. I'm doing it just for fun, just to see if I could. But
okay.
I absolutely love that story because it's not just Mazer Rackham. It's Mazer Rackham, his team, a bunch of other people who were big names in this entire war. So it gives a little bit of a backstory to Ender's Game and why this was so important.
Oh, speaking of audiobooks and stuff, Doc, have you seen Tyler's voice acting project?
Yes, and I was gonna do that, but I'm a little bit sick, so I don't know if he would want like this
You sound
scratchy
absolutely
voice. I do?
fantastic to me. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds
Okay,
good.
well then I'll record it later today because I was gonna do that, but like I said, I got the new job, and then my entire routine has basically gotten punched in the face, so I haven't done any recording in a while.
That is no excuse now, just kidding.
Okay, well I can record later today.
Yeah, I was about to say I did audition for a couple different parts for Tyler, for his voice acting project. I was doing Firo and Lelouch. I tried out for, so we'll see how that works out for me. But I got voluntold not last week before, I guess, whatever the last podcast I was on, to do Kanajo for the Shifty Reads.
Yeah.
Like, they're talking about the girl Kanajo, right?
I have no idea. That was a while ago.
I think.
So,
I don't know.
What is it? And I guess I better tell Tyler about this.
It's
But
because-
I'm curious, like, why do they want me to do because I can't really do a girl's voice except for my cracked out grandma voice.
Because it'd be funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of the point.
That
I'm
girl
voicing.
I just rewatched that fucking series last week, actually, with some friends. It was our anime day. We have an anime meetup. We all get together and like just watch anime. And that's the one that we watched. Like, is Yamada's first time, and I'm just rewatching, going, "My God, I have to say this shit."
Dude,
that's hilarious.
I'm doing the voice of Yamada's best friend. I forgot her name now. Shit. And TJ.
Oh God, I forget too.
Yeah, and TJ's voicing Yamada's sister. But Yamada's sister, I think I don't want to spoil anything. I can't remember if the first episode she shows up, but TJ did a fantastic thing with Yamada's sister's voice. It's really good. So once we start releasing the episodes more frequently, people check that out. It's modesty aside, we're doing a pretty damn good job.
Nice.
God, I just can't believe some of the shit I've got to say, because it's like this. Spoiler alert! She's like this incestuous little perv. It's like, oh God, she's such a disgusting person.
Oh, speaking
so
of
much.
which, I'm
Disgusting
really,
people?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about books and movies, and now Jem got to the part of the incestuous little perv. Have you guys ever heard of a series? I think it's called City of Bones or some shit.
Yeah.
Have you guys read it or watched the first movie?
Okay,
Yeah,
like
sure
City
have.
of Bones, City of Angels, City
Stupid.
of... It's like the young adult thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
I read them when I was like
there's
a
magic
teenager,
society and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, my sister got really obsessed with them, and
Yeah.
I kind of did too, but I stopped reading them after I
That-
thought it was a trilogy, and I was like, all right, I'm done. There's 3 books, I'm good. They don't
There's
have
more?
There's like 7.
Oh,
There's so
fuck
many.
it. I mean,
I'll go ask my sister. Hang on.
don't know if you guys remember that, but I saw the movie last year, and it just came to mind because it's fucked up. Like,
Yeah,
the
it is.
romantic interest
It's
is
dumb.
more than likely incestuous, and it's just
So
like
here's
the
what I didn't
story
like.
is weird too.
There's 6 books, by the way.
Okay, I didn't like. I mean, I did not. I don't know what it is.
I mean, I'm not judging, but it's.
I'm not really like a fan of her novels. I guess like I listened to the first one on an audiobook and it wasn't that great, and I tried to read through the City of what's the prequel series where it's in Victorian England and it's kind of like steampunk.
Clockwork.
Yeah, Clockwork. I got to like I got up until like the last 2 chapters and I was like, I can't deal with the stupidness of this book anymore, so I just stopped. So
Fair enough.
what I didn't like about the movie in comparison to the book, City of Bones, is that like in the book it's like, yeah, y'all are brother and sister, that's the end of it. And in the movie they kind of like hint there at the end that, oh, maybe it's not true, and it's like, but it is. You know, don't change that. That's stupid.
Ew.
Like, they're basically sitting there going, we're going to see how the audience reacts to this. And if the audience is like, no, they should be lovers, we'll change it and we'll say, oh, but they're not actually brother and sister. They were lied to.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's a plot twist inside of a plot twist. You know?
Even my sister says they're not worth it, so...
Nice.
Is your sister nearby or something?
Yeah, well, we live together, so she's just in the other room.
Oh, shout out to your sister, Doc.
Yeah.
Tell her that.
I will tell her that.
Random
I don't think she
internet
listens.
people give her a shout out.
I know.
Does she listen to the
Sparks
podcast?
the younger.
Little Sparks.
Does she listen to the podcast?
I think she's listened to like 1 episode. I'm not sure though.
Oh, was it one of my episodes? Tell me it was.
No, it was one of my episodes.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Jim.
Since this is our first podcast together,
So
she hasn't
it's more
listened to
than
your lovely
likely
voice.
that it was one of my episodes, Jim. Take that.
Well, you have so many though. It's not.
Yeah,
it's
it
not
doesn't
fair.
count.
You're not
Of course
special.
it
Shut up.
counts.
You're not special.
No.
Okay then. So wait, we all answer that, right?
Yep.
I didn't talk about my favorite book series, but
yeah. Sorry.
In the vein of, and this is I've always been like a hardcore like Star Wars fan. So like the first science fiction books I ever read were Star Wars books, and Ender's Game was the first science fiction book I read that was not Star Wars, and that I just read it just to have fun with it, you know. And that got me into like all the other like super sick like military sci-fi stuff that's out there.
Yeah,
And
that's kind of crazy.
the Honor Harrington series is by far, I say that, it's either Honor Harrington or The Lost Fleet are by far like the 2 best military sci-fi series that I have ever read. And
The Harrington sounds familiar. Is that the author or the book? Like
that's
name
the
of the
series
book?
of the book. Yeah, that's the book series. It's like
sounds really
supposed to be,
familiar.
it's like supposed to be Horatio Hornblower in space. Is kind of how it's described. Except
Hornblower?
except way better written.
Hornblower sounds weird.
Dirty.
Sounds like a bad porn name.
Well,
We'll make that my stage name is Hornblower.
So is the author David Weber?
Yes, that is David Weber.
Yes. So actually, I went to a convention. I don't remember what convention it was, but there was an entire like group dedicated to this series. Like they're they think they're not think, but like they have roles of the captain and all this kind of stuff. And I like went to one of their parties, and it was like amazing to see how many fans of this book there are out there.
It is nuts because it's so serious. Like the fans that read this are so serious that if you look at the first like 2 or 3 novels of the series, you know, he gets like into like hardcore like physics with like the speed of light and how there's like light speed lag and stuff like that. But as like nuclear engineers and naval tacticians started reading this book, they all started pointing out to him that his proportions were all wrong for ship sizes and velocities. So in like the fourth or fifth book, they went through what they called the Great Resizing, where everything just became bigger, and so that it would all, in terms of physics, work out correctly. And it's really cool. And so
I love when they bring in like real aspects. Yes, it's science fiction, but there's more science than fiction.
Right. The story is fiction, but they try to put as much like science into it as they can. Like they try to explain like it's one of those things where it's like this delayed chess game on a massive scale, because it's, people are like, "Oh, you're sitting still in space." Like, in orbit of Earth, you're quote unquote sitting still, but you're going something along the speed of like Mach 7.
Yeah.
You're not really sitting still. And so it's like it's wild stuff like that just it's exceptionally good. And then another excellent series that's not quite so hard on the science is the Lost Fleet series, which is still the author there, he used to be in the Navy as a navigator of the U.S. Navy, and he's got a good grasp on like velocities and how you would move and such like that, and military terminology and so forth. But he doesn't get down to like hard numbers so much as he uses a lot of percentages.
Hard numbers.
Shut up. So,
oh my gosh, Luis.
He used like a lot of percentages, like 10% of light speed, 20% of light speed, that kind of thing. So his is a little less technical, but it's still a really good book, because it's a lot less wordy, but it also ties into like politics. And then you get into the second series. You get into the second series, which is called Beyond the Frontier, where they like start encountering extraterrestrial life.
Oh boy!
And they did this spin-off series where it's the war that they're fighting from like the aftermath of the war from the other side. So like the bad guys, quote unquote, you see it from like their perspective. So
I love those series.
Yeah,
like when they see it from the other side.
He's a really exceptionally good author.
Nice.
So Jack Campbell is who does the Lost Fleet. So book wise, that's those are my favorites in terms of books.
Cool.
So we're running low on time, but there's one last question I want to ask. This one was by Jamester1289, also known as Quirky, and he asks, "What should we do with the drunken TJ?"
Would TJ be a drunken TJ?
You know what, man? That cockpit story, fuck you.
Well, it fucked you is what happened.
Yeah, well, okay, fucking got me. That's fair enough.
Fucking got him.
Back to the subject. 3, 2, 1. So, Quirky asked, what should we do with a drunken TJ?
I have no idea, because a kid isn't even old enough to drink.
I know. He's just a wee young'un yet.
Yeah, he's got a wee chap.
Yeah.
Punch him in the dick until he's sober. Punch him in the dick until he's sober. Punch him in the dick until he's sober early in the morning.
That's why we're not going to go drinking with you.
Yep.
Damn it! Well, but, the punch him in the dick part's because he's not old enough, and, we need to teach him a lesson.
So we would punch him in the dick because he's not old enough?
But
yeah.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you punch his parents
adults.
in the dick because they're... because it's their responsibility for getting him old, like not having him sooner?
Wouldn't you smack him like to get him sober? Not punch him in the dick. That escalated very quickly.
I mean, yeah, I was about to say you're like ruining the chances he may have with any of his girlfriends.
Yeah.
I mean, what about his future children? You are a heartless son of a bitch. Drinking. This is why I hate you so much, Luis. You don't give a shit about anybody.
Well, Jam, come on. You don't really mean that.
No, not coming on. You get cummed on.
No, you get cummed on. We established that. You are the anyway. Stop. People come down on you.
Do you do that to your
down
friends?
On you because you're the one laying on your stomach.
Yeah. Do you do that to your friends when you go drinking?
What, punch them in the dicks?
Yeah.
No. They're old enough.
Oh my god, you're an asshole.
No, I'm not.
No, I would take him to England. So there he's actually
old enough to drink?
legal.
You ought to get punched in the nuts.
Wow.
So kids, think twice before you go drinking. If you're underage, you might
If
get
you go
punched in
drinking
your
with
dick.
Luis.
With Luis,
Let me
keywords.
clarify that shit.
Hey.
With Luis.
I'm not saying I do that. I'm just saying.
But you're
it might
saying we
happen.
should.
Right.
Is
Yeah,
what
you
you're
know.
saying. You're saying we should.
I'm just throwing the idea out there.
I'm shaking my head at you.
Why? Why are you throwing
Because-
the idea out there?
For reasons. So.
For what reasons?
Before we get disconnected for the third time, and I'm not gonna answer that, Jim. Sparks,
stupid.
you get to ask a question to our audience.
Okay, I got this. Would you enter a cockpit?
Would you enter A or the cockpit?
No,
Is Lu-
any cockpit, like
It can
Luis
be yours too,
or a
Jim. Don't be
robot.
jealous.
Luis or a robot cockpit.
Okay, like Pacific Rim, like where this conversation started.
You get.
All right then. So
Yeah, are they
It
called
started
cockpits?
innocent enough.
Are they called cockpits because it used to be only men that used to be in them?
Oh, that's a thought.
Let's wrap this up. Everyone, thanks so much for listening.
We should
Doc,
title
thank
this
you so
episode
much
"The
for...
Cockpit."
Exactly.
Episode what? 53, 54, the cockpit.
50 something. The cockpit.
53.
53, the cockpit.
Oh, we should have had this discussion on episode 69.
Damn
we
it.
can revisit. We can
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Man, episode 69 is gonna be a shitstorm. It's gonna be
This
the best
is
episode
amazing.
ever. But anyway, Doc, thank you so much for being with us today.
Welcome.
And Jam, I'm not gonna say it because you're part of the crew. So Jam.
Welcome to
Eh.
the cockpit. Goodbye from the
welcome to
cockpit.
the jungle.
Yeah, don't forget you can drag with us. Listen to the outro. Instructions are there. You can keep listening to Jam on there. And until next week.
Yeah, that's right.
Get
I'm in
into
every
cockpits.
episode because
Yeah.
I do every outro. Fuck you, Luis.
Not every episode.
Fuck you.
Oh, yeah,
started-
there's like 2.
What?
You're not in 2 of them.
do you
No,
mean?
he's not in a lot of
Because
them.
Tyler's computer died.
Tyler fucking ruined my streak.
Exactly. Blame
Yeah,
Tyler.
don't you
Tyler.
remember? It's like there was.
Fucking Brits ruin everything. This is why
Yeah.
we rebelled. Because y'all can't get shit right over there. Britain.
Dump
Bye,
the tea over
everyone.
the side.
Fucking dump the tea, bitch. Hashtag dump the tea. Dump.
Hashtag the cockpit.
Dump the tea to the cockpit.
Thanks for listening to the Shifty Key Podcast. The intro and outro music is provided to us by our editor, TDBTyler. To get more involved with the Shifty Key Podcast, you can answer the questions for the audience asked by our guests, or even ask the cast a question of your very own, either here in the YouTube comments or in our Rooster Teeth group. To keep updated with this channel's shenanigans, you can follow us on Twitter, join and watch our group on Rooster Teeth, or simply subscribe. All links will be in the description. Until next week, goodbye. Dump the key in the Jesus Christ!
Wow.
I can't even
Tea
speak.
to the cockpit.
Too much
your
tequila.
car.
I've had a third of a liter of liquor of
Wow.
tequila. Dear Christ!
Dang.
Jesus, dude. You
That's a
should
lot.
probably stop.
I'm rocking over here.
Nice.
Hell no! I got 2/3 of a liter left to go. Y'all nuts.
I haven't even started on my jack.
You're what? You haven't even
Well, I had
started?
like
I'm
no.
drinking.
Didn't
What
start
the-
jacking.
No.
I haven't even started
I
my
have this-
jacking yet.
No.
Oh,
I
love
have
it.
this nice bottle of Jack Daniel's honey whiskey. It's amazing.
Ooh.
But I use it when I'm sick.
Tennessee whiskey.
I know.
Oh, you make hot toddies? Is
Hot
that it?
toddies. Well, that's
Hot
actually what my mom had when we were little. Or she would feed us lemon honey and whiskey when we were sick. So the lemon would kind of cure the cough, but then the whiskey would knock us out so we would sleep. It worked. I liked it.
I love
Either that
I
or
love
you
that your
guys
mom
would get
has
hammered.
Yeah.
yeah, kind of. I love that your mom has the absolute normal redneck Southern remedies where it's
Yeah.
you're sick, have some whiskey, kid.
Pretty
You're doing
much.
it a lot when you're older.
We don't have whiskey. Have some moonshine.
Well,
That's
it was
right.
only like a teaspoon of whiskey and like a cup of water. It wasn't like pure hot toddy though.
Oh yeah, no hot toddies.
Yeah, sometimes they were
pure
mojitos
moonshine
or
is like fucking-
margaritas or
Pure moonshine
shots.
is like fucking Jet A fuel.
Oh, I've never had moonshine, and I
Oh
don't want
boy,
to.
that shit will. If you are not used to it, it will put you on your ass.
I've had.
Don't put it. Pro tip, okay? Don't put real moonshine in a styrofoam cup.
Oh, that just
Don't do
sounds
that.
Why
awful.
would you put
Okay,
anything in a styrofoam cup?
well, okay. Napalm, gasoline, and styrofoam mixed together makes napalm. So I can
Yeah.
imagine that moonshine and styrofoam do the kind of
And-
same thing.
How do you know how to make napalm again?
My brother.
You used to, as I say, you used to be able to go and buy the ingredients here at pharmacies, like
Yeah?
years and like decades ago. Like, it just wasn't a thing. It was like, oh, okay. Like nobody thought, like, oh, if we combine all these together, they become explosive.
Yeah, nobody
like
thought of
homemade
anything
napalm.
different.
It's kind
It's
of
not
like
like
Dead
real
Rising. You get
legit
gasoline, you get a styrofoam cup, and it can make an explosive.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much, because styrofoam burns hot and it burns for a long time. So
And then it mixed with gasoline, it's the explosive. Then also it makes gelatinous something, so you can stick it against like vertical surfaces.
mm-hmm.
Okay, now I got the lyrics of Search and Destroy in my head.
Welcome to jungle.
No,
Welcome
that's not
to
Search
the
and Destroy.
cockpit.
I was more thinking of the part like, I'm a street walking cheetah with a heart full of napalm. That's a whole other
Oh.
song.
Gotcha.